Hello, I'm Donald Trump. Actually, I'm Mike Anderson with the 1% Solution and Living Motion Monograms, and welcome to episode 5. Anyway, it's the next one after the last video you saw. And apparently now I am also the worst Donald Trump impersonator. So, sorry about that. Apologize. It's getting late, guys. Sorry. So, hey, welcome back to the next video on our system build. And look at the comments. We're still looking for the right name for this system. So, just a reminder, if you guys have some suggestions, what are we going to name this thing? Leave them in the comment section below on this video. And without further delay, let's dig into this thing. Now, last time we got the wiring done and soldering. Oh god, the soldering, no. Oh man, nightmares. Okay, and so we got the soldering done. We got our panels done. We got our power conditioner put in, and our signal processor put in. So now let's take a look and see what we can do next. As you can see, a little recap what we did last time. We've got our power boxes in and our speaker outputs and everything. A couple for a booth and one for a DMX out. Power conditioner and our signal processor there. And this is a two space box. So what else do we have? We got our wireless mics, and we also have our transmitter for our inner monitors and the our wireless speakers. So all right, I'm gonna need 3 rack spaces, or two racks. So one on that one, and then one for that. Controller's gonna. Wait a minute. There's a lot of room there. Hey, you know what? Let's pop the controller in and just kind of see where we're at and how much room we actually have. All right, so we got our controller here. Let's see how much space we still have now. I wonder. Now, I've seen this with other Odyssey cases, but I think we can pull this off. Looks like it's going to clear. Huh. I want to squeeze every little inch out of this thing that we can. Ooh, we're close. We are close. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think we can do it? Yeah, I think we can make this work. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, now I know there's a right way to do things, and you know, we could use rack rails and put in these certain supports. And one of the things I want to do on this build is just kind of see what we can come up with. All right, if we don't like it, we can always change it later and do the right thing and put in rack rails and everything. But you know, for this time, let's just see how creative we can get with some mounting. I went to the hardware store, basically looked around just at different pieces of metal and stuff, and seeing what I could come up with as far as kind of a mounting solution. And let's see if we can put something together. All right, so we've got the controller out. I've taken our little slide top out and turned it upside down here. We always have to remember that right is left, left is right when we got it upside down like this. First thing, let's grab our items here. And make sure these are upside down. All right. And our goal is gonna be see if we can actually mount these securely in some weird creative way, just like this. So I did find a couple different things over at the hardware shop. Obviously, you guys have seen some of this banding and stuff. So this is just basically what you hold your hot water heater together in. Had some of this at the house, so I grabbed this. Found some like gate fencing, flashing, or whatever they call this stuff. But look pretty cool. We got some looks like 2x4 something or another doohickey thing here. That looks all right. What else? Oh, found these things too. So we've got these were just some, I'm not sure what they call them, and but they were there and they were like 90 cents. So thought I'd just grab it and see, just in case I might need it. But let's go ahead and work on our Shure units. Now, one thing I know is this wall it's definitely not very strong. So I want to avoid screwing into this. It's going to put too much, I think, pressure on there. I don't want to mess this up or break this off. So, and again, this weight of this may end up doing that anyway, right? All right, so we have our flashing here. One of the things we could do, we've got all these holes in here and stuff. So the thing I love about this stuff is that we can start to kind of bend things up. So let's make our own mounting bracket here. Again, I want to take advantage of every inch of space on this thing that I can, just in case I need some space for something else down the road. So that could fasten to the top. Bin finder. All right, so we got our spot. I do a rough bin right now. And before you guys start yelling at me, yes, I know, it's not the right way to do things. But like I said, I was just going to have some fun and see if we can see what we can come up with. We are freelancing it on this one, boys and girls. All right, so we got a bottom bracket there. So we also have this one. Let's take a look at, when we do rack ears, they always have these screws. So if I'm upside down, they need to be this way. So let's see if any of these line up. That's not gonna, anyways, probably not gonna work too much. If I do this way. So one of the things we could do is, my apologies to Shure for not using their hardware. So let's take this screw out. Check this out. So this, just with the holes that are in here, happens to line up with that top one. So let's pop that in. So we've got one for this side. And I think what we'll do is all these we're going to screw into the ceiling, or into the bottom of this slide out. Look, check this out. It pretty much matches up perfectly. I'm like, wow. I thought this was a bracket for it. But if we turn it, I mean, we can go this way, and you've got rack ears. Or you can go this way, and then I can use it to perhaps Slide this in. Screw it to the side, and it will hold it onto the ceiling. So we got that. Let's use the other stuff too. So we've got our strapping. This is the DJ Build MacGyver edition. Promise not to use gaff tape as much as possible. I might. Okay. Got that. Let's... Alright. So we got a little L bracket here. And that will screw into the bottom of this first. Bottom of our slider. And then put that screw back in there, and that'll hold that side. This is going to hold this side. And we got both sides of this. So we're gonna kind of pound out this metal here and clean it up. We'll get it painted black and start putting this thing together. Awesome. All right, we got our parts painted up and out here. So let's go ahead. Start kind of putting this thing together. We're MacGyvering this whole thing, man. I've done this whole section just because it's kind of one of those things I love to do. Most of the time as DJs, we end up finding unique and creative ways of getting through things if disaster strikes, and kind of making things happen. So all right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and... So our first piece here, I kind of get this lined up. I just want to get this position. And to show you how much we are MacGyvering this, I didn't even have the right length screws. And so I just cut them down. That's how much we are MacGyvering this. Let's see if it'll work. No promises. I'm not giving any promises on this because I have no idea what's going to happen. So we got our first one then, but yeah, I also have... Told you if I could find a reason to use gaff tape, I will. So let's do this. You never know. We may not, we may not keep this, and there's no reason in scratching up our equipment or messing it up. At least this will help out a little. Get that lined up. We're going to use one of the screw holes in the bottom. That. We'll keep that bracket right on there. Okay, now we got our next bracket. This one's going to go on the side. Told you we'd nail it on our first try. Come on. You guys had no faith. Oh, yeah. That's strong. Okay, so we got that. Well, you guys want to take a look? All right. What do you think? I think that's going to work. And we don't have to keep looking down in order to see what how our mics are doing at the event. So next step, let's figure out antennas and everything, because these all have antennas. So let's go back. All right, so our next step is going to be where we're going to put our antennas. Now, all three of these basically, we've got transmitting antennas and we got receiving antennas. The transmitter only has one antenna, And then of course we've got our 2 for Shure. So what I'm thinking is definitely outside for the Shures, and maybe middle for our transmitter if we need it. And I think that what would be out of the way and still work great, it's going to be maybe towards the back side here. And we can just stick it right on top. Now, these are just the extenders, and so they're BNC extenders. If you guys do get BNC cabling, make sure you check and just get the Shure stuff or whatever one that is recommended, because not all BNC cabling or coax cabling is the same, and it can affect your reception. So let's go ahead and get this thing off and flipped back over and see what's underneath. All right, so we want to get our antenna placements right, and we're going to go as far out as we can for our Shures, and then find dead center for our transmitter for the Galaxy system here. So these things actually use a 1/2 inch hole, and if you don't have one of these, basically just a little cheap guide helps you figure out what things are. So we're going to use our 1/2 inch drill bit if we can here. So we're going with the big guns here. Not because we have to, but because it's the only one that's going to fit this bit. Thing's so big. All right, let's get this. So the question is, how often do you guys think about redoing your system? Do you guys take everything apart every year? Do you have a routine you kind of do? Even if I'm not building a new system, I definitely love at the end of the year, that last event of the year gets done, just rip everything apart, clean it, wipe it down, and kind of start putting things back together. I think it kind of reminds you of what still needs, if there's anything that needs to be fixed, of what you might be missing out on or something. So, all right, now that we fast forwarded through all the boring stuff, we've got antennas 1, 2, and 3 there. And of course, these can move all the way around and stuff. There's going to be some little bit of fine tuning to do over here. All right, so one of the things that I use is this from Shure, and basically it's just a antenna combiner. If you're using, this is a passive combiner, and so if you're using 2 wireless receivers, then you can take both A's out and then go to one antenna. Take both B's out and go to another antenna if you're using this. So this is definitely helpful as far as cutting down on the number of antennas. All right, so today we got some stuff wired up. We got our antennas mounted and some equipment mounted underneath the hood here. So, and we still got a little bit of room left. What else are we gonna put in? All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this one. If you haven't already, make sure you guys pound that like button if you enjoyed the content or if it helped you out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that if you guys want to be alerted when the next part in this series on the system build, we're going to be installing some goodies underneath the controller first, and some kind of creative ideas for that. And hit that bell icon next to the subscription button if you want to be notified when the next one gets uploaded. It'll be soon, so don't miss out on that. Thank you guys for watching. Take a moment if you guys want, and check us out on Facebook and our Facebook groups. And that is Living Motion Monograms and the 1% Solution Facebook group. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Now, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to join the 1% Solution family so you don't miss out on any new videos or live streams that happen. Thanks for watching.